I'm Grant from Blackmagic Design, and today I'd love to show you Camera Update 3.2. Now this update adds new studio camera features to Ursa Mini cameras. This upgrade turns Ursa Mini into a fantastic high-end studio camera because it adds all the features broadcasters loved about a Blackmagic studio camera. When we launched the studio camera, broadcasters loved the color corrector, the lens control, talkback, tally, and the ability to change settings all via the external SDI. This provided a very easy way to control the camera, and the color corrector has really increased the level of creativity that can be used on a live production. The color corrector in the studio camera is the same as DaVinci Resolve's primary color corrector, so it works the same way creatively. Now with the Camera Software 3.2 update, all the studio camera features have been added into the Ursa Mini. All you need to do is download the software update, and now Ursa Mini will have the studio camera features. The control features added include camera ID, the camera control, tally, talkback, reference timing, color correction, detail level, color bars, lens control, and more. This update also adds 1080 HD interlaced video and a video lookup table on the SDI output, so you can use the camera with any broadcast switcher. Using the camera with this update is the same, but there are some new items in the menus, such as camera number, which you set so the camera can be controlled. Most of the studio camera features lie dormant until you plug the camera's SDI program input into a switcher that supports the SDI control protocol. Then the lens can be fully controlled remotely, and the camera's built-in color corrector can be used to set the look you desire. The headphone connection will now become the talkback headset connection, and you'll be able to hear the director. Because Ursa Mini's headphone socket is iPhone headset compatible, you can even push the headset button and talk back to the director. The viewfinder record indicator will now become a tally indicator, and when your camera is on air, the viewfinder light will illuminate. Any settings the switcher operator wants to change can be done remotely, so the camera operator can focus on the live action. What's amazing is because Ursa Mini is a digital film camera with a large Super 35 sensor, the images look like no other studio camera available. Can you imagine how your live event will look in digital film quality? And with professional DaVinci Resolve primary color correction on the images, there is just so much range. And if you really want to see what wide dynamic range can do, try an indoor shot with a window. It's amazing to see what you can do. You can even use digital film PL mount lenses. And if they have the lens control connection, you can plug that in and control the lens externally too. You can also use B4 broadcast HD lenses if you want, simply by adding a B4 lens mount to the PL model and plugging the lens into the control connector. If you still want that same quality but you're on a lower budget, you can use the Ursa Mini EF and get the same external lens control. Using an EF lens on a studio camera is not just about low cost, because you can take advantage of the many interesting lenses available for some very creative looks. Plus, this update includes new color science for both Ursa Mini models, so the 4K sensor models now have a similar look to the 4.6K sensor models. This means the two different sensors are now a much better match, which is good if you're using both cameras on the same shoot or in a live production situation. DaVinci Resolve will read the metadata from the Ursa Mini 4K automatically and select the correct color science. We think it's time that broadcasters can get the same amazing digital film quality for live events that Hollywood has only had access to in the past. So let me show you how all this works. Here I have a broadcast lens on an Ursa Mini running the new Camera Update 3.2 software. The SDI program input is connected from one of our ATEM live production switches, and it's generating camera control data on the SDI link to the camera. You can even control the camera with a HD feed, as the program input video standard does not need to match the video standard of the camera. Now when the camera is on air, the tally light will illuminate on the viewfinder. There's also a program button, so you can switch to the video input source on the viewfinder and the built-in LCD at the push of a button. The camera will receive all control information on the program input, and all I need to do is control the camera from the ATEM switcher software. As you can see, when I adjust the control, the lens is now moving and being controlled externally. I can adjust the black level and iris with a single control, and the lens iris is moving and the camera black level is being set. I can also switch over to the color corrector controls and use the color corrector. It really works the same as DaVinci Resolve, so you can use any DaVinci colorist. What's so nice about the primary color corrector from DaVinci is the highlights roll off really nicely if you want a crushed look. Because it's a DaVinci Resolve primary color corrector, it operates in YRGB, so you can adjust the color balance without chasing gain changes. The YRGB color corrector also lets you do some really nice looks, like altering the Y gain separately to really bring out a clean look to objects that are white in the shot. All this means you get a studio camera with much more creative control than possible before, but with all the professional operational features too. Plus, because Ursa Mini is a modern Ultra HD camera with 12G SDI, you get all the modern capabilities such as high frame rate Ultra HD. Our ATEM switches, even the sub 1000 ATEM television studio model, all output full SDI camera control, so using these powerful features is easy. If you want professional talkback at the switcher end that's compatible with our studio cameras, then you can also use our ATEM talkback converter. The ATEM talkback converter uses channel 15 and 16 of the SDI link to provide talkback for up to 8 cameras, and it's a full 12G SDI design. If you're looking for an incredibly tiny camera for tough locations where you need to hide the camera on set, then our Micro Studio camera also has SDI camera control. The Micro Studio camera also has the same built-in color corrector, tally, and even talkback. The new camera update 3.2 that adds camera control to Ursa Mini is available today, and you can download it free from the Blackmagic Design website. Thanks for watching.